In today's video, we're going to cover building a 100K per month online coaching business that you don't hate. If you're wondering who the hell I am and why I should be speaking to you on this, this is me. I've built several 100K plus per month businesses now. I own gyms that did over 100K per month. I owned an online fitness coaching company that did multiple six figures per month, an online fitness business, so online fitness business education company that did multiple six figures per month. More online clients, doesn't even have a website or an Instagram page. That's the info product business or business mentoring, coaching and course business that I run now. Does over six figures per month. And I've done it in software companies and a few others as well. I'm going to show you some of my clients today as well. So that's who I am. We're going to focus on two things. Number one, making the money. And number two, doing it in a way where you don't absolutely hate your business, which is so common, by the way, and that's why I'm emphasizing that. I love building businesses, but I also love life. I want to ensure that you can continue to love life as well. Some housekeeping real quick. It's not easy. It doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be complicated. But if it was as easy as watching a YouTube video, then making the money, you would have already done it by now, right? I'm not one of these guys who's going to make false income claims or promise you the world, tell you it's going to be really easy. It isn't. It's hard. Lots of hard work. We're going to cover product, pricing, channels that you should be marketing on, daily lead flow and how to and why that's so important and where that should come from, event-based campaigns, common ones, MVT, minimum viable team, and just finally, a lot of people start these videos with, I don't have anything to sell you, and really they do. I will be very transparent. I do have stuff to sell you. If you want help growing your online business, then there will be a link below this video and you can buy shit from me and I'm more than happy to sell it to you. So what we try to avoid, when we talk about building a business that we don't hate, we're trying to avoid, number one, high volatility. We don't want it to be random. We don't want it to be inconsistent or unreliable. Often when people get to this kind of number, let's say they're relying on Meta ads, they can be volatile. 1 month can be great. The next month you could have issues with your ad account. Ads could go down. Ads don't work. Costs skyrocket. It's just volatile. It's stressful, right? So we're going to ensure that you aren't dependent on one source of traffic. Yeah, we want to keep things simple, but we don't want to be dealing with volatility. And in the same vein, there are a lot of people who just rely on posting content on Instagram, for example, and it generating them leads. And I've got clients who do over this per month just doing that, but there's still volatility and inconsistencies, and we want to ensure that we can just smooth that out as best as possible. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Reduces stress, right? Bloated teams, we just want to avoid hiring too many people that aren't good enough, that then impacts margins. And we also want to ensure that the business isn't over-reliant on us for fulfillment. So if we're the expert in this business, we're the coach or business expert or info product owner, it can't be, this 100K per month can't be solely dependent on us fulfilling 100K per month worth of services. You just won't be able to. And we just don't want loads of random shit going on. This isn't easy, but it doesn't have to be, but it can be simple, right? We will have multiple things going on in order to hit this and do it in a way that reduces volatility and is enjoyable. So there will be multiple things going on, but they should all work well together and there should be a clear reason why they're happening. So we just don't want to be doing random shit, right? So who are we talking to? I don't know what's going on with this today. Why can't I delete this? Let's get rid of it. So who am I talking to? B2C online coaches. So that's like your online fitness coaches, nutrition coaches, life coaches, people selling coaching and info and courses to consumers. Then we've got B2B. So if you're a business coach, Instagram growth coach, helping people grow their gyms, whether that's through coaching, mentoring, group programs, courses, whatever. Also, I haven't wrote here, may have wrote here, like BizOp. So for example, let's look at some examples of clients. So that's me. I've got Simon, Instagram growth coach, one of my former clients. I've worked with, this is a current client, Hannah. She is a BizOp, right? She helps normal people, consumers, build their property investment portfolio. Really great business. Mike helps people grow their gyms. Matt, I want to show you, this is a good example of someone who is a fitness coach, but also has now started doing a lot of mentoring. Dan and Mike from Biceps and Banter is when I worked with them, and now they've gone on to build an amazing business coaching business. So I want to show you them, to show you the progression as well. Steve McGrath is another one who's the same, who I worked with. David Miller, so David and his partner Craig, they own Velocity Mentorship, helping gym floor personal trainers grow their business. They've got a great business. Fitness coaches like Nathan, I work with now, and Amelia is a former client as well. And these are just people who were in my Instagram feed. So I thought I needed to show you some examples. I actually scrolled by feed, and this is just an example of some of the amazing people that I either work with right now or have worked with in the past. And what type of thing are they selling? One-to-one coaching or mentoring or consulting, cohort-based or evergreen group recurring programs. So whether that's a community and it's evergreen, people can join whenever, it's always open, or whether it's an 8-week, 6-week group program, courses, and then BizOp like Hannah's, helping people. BizOp really fits in here. So this is just the really quick stuff. Pricing. This is really difficult at super low ticket, right? And I'm not really nothing that I cover today is created exactly for low ticket. It can still work, but it's not really for that. I do have clients who are doing 100K plus primarily from low ticket, but then they also have other stuff that's a bit more expensive. But it's going to be so difficult to get to 100K per month if you're primarily selling £20 a month, £50 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month, or $100, £100 one-off sales. There are people doing it. There are people with massive businesses doing low ticket, but it's just very difficult unless you have lots of traffic and then are very good at everything that comes after that. That either requires huge ad spend or large organic audience. If you get those things, by the way, then cool, do that. Offering the low ticket path is build a massive fucking audience, make lots of money with the other stuff first, and then if you want to transition to low ticket for the sake of easier fulfillment or to supplement and ascend people to the high ticket stuff or medium ticket stuff, then do that. So ideally, you're selling something that is $300 a month plus. So once, like fitness coaching often sits around here, $1,800 for 6 months maybe. Sweet spot really 4 to 8K paid in full. So that's especially for those of you who are business coaches and stuff like that. Easy life, 8K plus. Obviously just makes it a lot easier. Not many new sales required each month. So that's ideally where we want to get to as a minimum. That for those of you who are fitness coaches and thinking, I'm never going to get here for fitness coaching, what you have to remember is you have a massive TAM, so total addressable market, way bigger than any of these other things, right? Because in theory, let's say I'm a online fitness coach who specializes in dads, right? I help dads look and perform like athletes. My TAM, my total addressable market, is 1 billion people, whereas if I am a mentor for online fitness coaches, there aren't 1 billion online fitness coaches, right? There definitely aren't 1 billion who are suitable as potential clients either. There just aren't 1 billion, right? Full stop. So you have a way bigger total addressable market. So the volume is more likely than in these other, like in BizOp, or not in BizOp, in like business mentoring or business coaching. You have the opportunity to do more volume, which is kind of the payoff. And then the downside is fulfillment, obviously. These are the 4 channels that I highly recommend you prioritize, right? And it doesn't have to be difficult. So posting on Instagram daily, posting on YouTube once a week, emailing 3 times a week, and running ads. Are all an absolute must? No. But if we're trying to hit 100K per month, doing these just mediocre removes that volatility and makes this way easier, right? You can replace Instagram with another platform if you are more comfortable, competent, and performing better on another organic platform. Short form platform, whether it's TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter. I've got 2 clients right now who crush on Twitter, for example. But I highly recommend these 4 channels, right? Instagram is the best balance of people will actually consume the content, even though it's so it's not as throwaway as TikTok or Twitter. And it gives you direct and quick access to your audience. YouTube is harder to get going and higher barrier to entry, but if you do well, then it will absolutely crush. Email, again, slightly higher barrier to entry just because people can't figure it out from a technical perspective, don't think they're good at writing. You don't have to be good at writing. And by the way, I teach all this stuff in way more detail to my actual clients. If you want help doing this well, holla. Email, 3 emails a week, and one of those could be to that week's YouTube video. One of those could be an SLO, so story, lesson, offer. I'll give you a really quick example. My client Dave came to me 4 weeks ago and he was struggling with XYZ. Since then, here's what we've done. Now he's lost 8 pounds and he's just ran 5K for the first time since he was 20 years old. If you're struggling with your training and nutrition at the moment and want the kind of results quickly like Dave has got, reply with the word curious and I'll send you over the details. Story, lesson, offer. So 1 could be a link to the YouTube video, 2 could be an SLO. Easy. And then running ads. And we'll talk to you about the core funnels that are working really. Like, again, I could have put channels and then just listed them all. I'm going to be pretty binary where possible. Could everything work? Yeah, you could post on just TikTok and crush and become a millionaire. You could post on just LinkedIn and crush and become a millionaire. But honestly, this provides you with a decent bit of certainty if done well. And then daily lead flow. So you need to have something that generates you leads day in, day out. A funnel, right? A single process, a single campaign where you are focused on generating leads, inquiries, and making sales every single day. For most of you, so especially if you're fitness, that's going to be DMs. So running follower ads to generate new followers and then starting conversations and getting people booked into calls off the back of DMs. So running ads to generate followers and starting conversations, selling to people. Optimizing your content and Instagram stories to start conversations, DMing people and getting people booked on calls, right? If you do calls. So if you're a fitness coach, that's primarily going to be your funnel, right? You can run VSLs as a fitness coach if you are in the US. Anecdotally, and from speaking to other people as well, VSLs don't perform well in fitness for people in the UK especially, but US, there are some businesses doing really well. So I would say if you are a fitness coach, your day in, day out is probably going to be building relationships, having conversations in the DMs, and getting people booked in for calls, right? So focus on that. Get good at it. Try and generate start as many conversations per day as you can. Then we have VSL funnels. This is VSLs and live webinar. I've relied on a few of these actually. I'll talk about these in a sec. So VSL is sending people to a 20, 40 minute video recorded training and it kind of indoctrinating them and moving them towards booking a call. Live webinars, pretty self-explanatory. Ads that go into these things is fine. Challenge funnels, so 3-day free challenges, 5-day challenges. Application funnels, driving people straight to fill an application and book a call. So to give you an idea of where these things fit in, including the channels, and this is where we stop it from looking like random shit. You could be posting on YouTube once a week. From YouTube, you send people to a VSL, right? So a page with a video on it of you talking and indoctrinating people, helping people get them to book a call, right? There'll be an application form on that page. So everybody that watches your YouTube, that's the funnel you send them to. If they book a call, great. If they don't, at least they're opted in and they're on your email list. From your emails, you drive people to either apply or to your DMs on Instagram, right? From Instagram, again, if you're a fitness coach, you're probably organically driving people to the DMs, right? Or a VSL. You could have a VSL as well, and that helps you with some heavy lifting. It's a great conversion mechanism for people if they're not quite getting over the line from conversation, like, here, we'll go and watch this thing, or even as a lead magnet, right? And you could be running ads to a VSL or to DMs. So let's say you're running ads to VSL, you're driving people from YouTube to your VSL, and then for people that aren't signing up from ads, they're not booking a call or becoming a client off the back of the ads or back of the YouTube funnel, but they're opting in for your email address, to your email newsletter. So from there, we're driving them to apply, to following you on Instagram so you can start conversations with them in the DMs and sending them to another VSL or the same VSL or different lead magnets, right? All with the goal of getting them to book a call. There's not loads of different things going on here, right? That's your day in, day out, and it all works together. And again, I've got people doing very well, multiple six figures per month, just doing this, not even stepping into campaigns. I'm going to show you 2 examples in a minute of clients who are very different. So let's say you've got this going. This doesn't have to be crushing and already doing 100K per month, but let's say we've got some motion, right? From doing this, it's working profitably from ads. If you're running ads, you're at 20K per month, fulfillment is okay. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to inject some campaigns. So it could be, I'm going to schedule this for you now, right? January, I'm going to do a live webinar. February, I'm going to run a challenge. March, I was going to say 3 then. March, I'm going to launch a low ticket offer, right? Either a done for you, do it yourself. Like here's a program, go and do it yourself, or like a 14-day, 30-day group program with a system for sending people into your core offer. So it could be, that's March. In April, you do a giveaway campaign. And then in May, there's some sort of seasonal offer, right? And then you could just start again. Or if something like slaps, you just repeat that. I've got clients right now who just do a live webinar and a challenge funnel every month. And all from ads, by the way. So they're not even doing everything else really well yet. So twice a month, they run an event-based campaign. Once is a live webinar, then a challenge funnel. And the next month, live webinar, challenge funnel, live webinar, challenge funnel. That's all they do, and they crush. They do this. So once we have daily lead flow figured out, right? The biggest mistake people make in regards to daily lead flow and campaigns is they try and swap this for these. Like you don't figure out your daily lead flow, optimize, scale, work on it, fix it when it breaks, grow it, fix it, like scale it, put it under pressure, hire for it, take it to the next level. It will break again, continue to grow it. That's what we're trying to do with daily lead flow. Then the other things we add in are to supplement the daily lead flow, whatever that may be. So for me, for example, I've ran daily lead flow. I've never prioritized DMs for daily lead flow. I've ran all my traffic to a VSL in the past for several years. In 2020, when COVID hit, I saw there was a massive opportunity for live webinars. Obviously, everyone was going online, and the only thing I did in 2020 was helping personal trainers move online. So I did a live webinar every single Sunday evening for a year. Even when I was on holiday, I did it. Where was I? I think I was in Greece. I did a live webinar on the Sunday night while I was in Greece. Every single Sunday night for a year, I did a live webinar, and I drove all my traffic to that live webinar. That was my daily lead flow. All the opt-ins, all the registrations for the live webinars, if they didn't buy if they didn't book a call off the back of a webinar and then buy, they would then be, go to my Instagram, I'd chat with them, or I'd send them other things via email, get them to an application page via email, and just all work together. But I'd have my priority. So we're trying to figure out what our daily lead flow is. Let's have a look at 2 examples. One from an online fitness coach, because I know a lot of you are online fitness coaches, and then we'll look at a coach that I work with who's like an Instagram growth / make more money from your Instagram coach. So online fitness coach, this is an existing client. He only does one-to-one online coaching, charges $350 per month, or 6 months up front for $1,800. I think that's a small discount. It's a reasonable discount, actually. So that's his offer, right? Daily lead flow. He posts on YouTube once a week. This is my thing now, right? For like all my clients, this is where I eventually want them to get. Posting on YouTube every week. From that YouTube, he sends people to a VSL or a quiz. He's got 2 lead magnets. Both of them are high commitment. So not just from YouTube, we don't want to send people to a low commitment lead magnet. We send people to a high commitment lead magnet, which means something that they're gonna have to try hard to complete, right? So a multi-question quiz that takes them a while to complete and asks them for things like phone number, Instagram username, etc. Or a VSL, which is like 20 to 40 minutes where they're gonna have to sit and consume that, and then we're gonna try and get them to book in a call. From Instagram, it's all about getting people in DMs, having conversations with people, and obviously pushing people to not just start conversations, but to the email list through comment below posts and sending lead magnets and stuff like that. Because of these lead magnets and from this funnel here, we're also growing the email list. Emails are 3 times a week, by the way, exactly what I said earlier as well. Once a week, he's sending people to his YouTube video. Twice a week, they are SLO campaigns. And then every now and again, we will just do a really blunt campaign via email where it's a couple of days of buy my shit, apply now, book a call. And occasionally he'll push people to Instagram as well. And then he is now running follower ads. So he's driving traffic. He's spending money on Meta ads, driving people to his profile on Instagram, getting followers, and he has a really solid system in place to start conversations with new followers and turn enough of brand new followers into calls booked and sales made to make that profitable there and then on the front end. So if that's happening on the front end, we can scale that knowing that we've also got all this stuff going on, and that removes that volatility that I spoke about earlier. A lot of the time people struggle because they'll just do this, right? And their content on Instagram is actually shit. Their emails are shit, or they're just not doing it. YouTube is non-existent. And that's why they run into issues, because they'll just do follower ads, have conversations with people, and it means that your return on ad spend feels really high, right? Because you haven't got all this, or in fact, your client acquisition cost seems really high because you haven't got clients coming from elsewhere for free. So that's his daily lead flow campaigns. Again, he just kind of rotates. He only does challenges. So he does like a 5-day free challenge, ad hoc, once a quarter maybe. Giveaway campaign a couple of times a year, and then seasonal stuff. So for example, he did some stuff for Black Friday, and then we did pre-sale, which went really well in December. Small team, 2 coaches and him doing fulfillment. They do check-ins every 2 weeks. So it's really manageable. 1 setter, 1 closer, and 1 generalist VA. So the owner of this business works with, I think, about 30 clients himself, doing check-ins every 2 weeks. So it's like 1 day a week of check-ins, I think, or 1.5 days. Then he kind of chips in with the other stuff, whilst also then having plenty of time for being creative, creating content, and being strategic and building stuff out for the future. It's going to look eerily similar, but some small differences, because it doesn't have to be complex or complicated. Remember, not easy, but not complicated. So IG Business Coach, current client again, running a mentorship program, $4,500 for 6 months. Then if people want to stay after 6 months, it's $395 per month. Daily lead flow, post on YouTube once a week, sending people to a VSL. Instagram, he's posting organically really well, getting people in conversations, sending out various LMs. Same. Emails, he has multiple VSLs, so like training videos that also pitch and getting people to apply. His ads funnel is different. He's driving people to a VSL from his ads rather than driving people to DMs. The reason being for this is it's more scalable. He's managing to get more quality leads from this than he can through ads to follower to DMs. So very similar, slight tweak in his priority being driving traffic to the VSL. But then again, anyone that the VSL doesn't convert is scooped up by this other stuff, or it's helped by this other stuff, ensuring we reduce volatility and just increase lead generation and sales made, right? Campaigns very similar. Live webinar. So the way this coach does it is live webinar every month, and then every few months he will swap out a live webinar for a challenge. He does a 3-day live challenge where it's like effectively 3 live webinars in a row for 3 days. And then he also has a great low ticket ascension funnel, which is a low ticket product. And as part of that, people can get a kickoff call. On that call, people are upsold straight away into the mentorship program. It's pretty new, but it's working pretty well. Small team, right? Minimum viable team. 3 experts who help in fulfillment along with him, who's an expert. 1 setter, 1 closer, 1 generalist VA. Super simple, super lean, 100K per month online coaching business machine. I think that's pretty valuable. Any questions on that, let me know. Make sure you give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are still here. We're trying to get rid of the people that require huge amounts of dopamine and fancy editing and cuts. I think we'll build a better community of people by just keeping it insightful and in depth and giving you guys the gold.